Thank you, Mr. Sharma. In fact, what Ravi requested me to talk about was the e-district project which we are implementing from Government of India.
Not Saxena, not Sharma. This is non-reputation.
Sir, sorry, sir. So I would be mentioning in brief about the e-district initiative under the National E-Governance Plan, which the Government of India has approved this year, which will be implemented in all the districts of the country. Coming to Gujarat, coming to Ahmedabad, listening about the projects which have been implemented here has always been an enlightening experience. The ATVT project, the Apno Taluko Vibrant Taluko project, or the E-Mamta project, or the initiatives in the health sector, or the E-Gram project which has been implemented in Gujarat. They have been the examples, models on which projects across the country are modeled. And I must say that part of what the e-district project seeks to do countrywide has already been achieved in Gujarat under the ATVT project, in which talukos are becoming the centers for delivering online services which citizens demand. As you know, under the National E-Governance Plan, the core infrastructure and the 27 mission mode projects are being implemented countrywide. As part of the initial successes in the first 5 years of the National E-Governance Plan, the major initiatives which have been implemented are the state-wide area networks, the data centers, and the common services centers. With the setting up of the networks, almost 27 to 28 states have completed that. The data centers, around 15 states have completed, and others are in the process of completing that. And around 97,000 CSCs have been set up. So this comprises the infrastructure which has been laid down. It's like the highways, building up roads and highways. But ultimately, citizens will not benefit only from the infrastructure. For citizens to benefit, they need services to be delivered by using this infrastructure. Just like roads are useful only if you have buses and transport and cars and vehicles to move on them. So the mission mode projects seek to use this infrastructure to deliver public services to citizens. And of the mission mode projects which are implemented at the state level, e-district was conceptualized as one of the major initiatives which will undertake back-end automation of district collectors' offices, of taluka offices, of block offices, and deliver the high-volume citizen-centric services at the district level in an electronic mode. These services primarily include the certificate services, various kinds of certificates, whether it's birth, death, caste, income, domicile, residence. Then the other services which are included there are the social welfare services, the various pensions, the disability pension, the old age pension, the widow pension, scholarships, various kinds of scholarships which are delivered, then RTI services, grievance services, services relating to revenue court. So these services for which a common man has to visit the office of a collector or the office of the deputy commissioner or the office of a sub-divisional magistrate or tahsildar, these services are sought to be automated, they are sought to be delivered electronically through the e-district project. To begin with, this project was initiated in a pilot mode in 16 states, in 41 districts. Most of the pilot states have completed the implementation of this project, and the response that has come from the implementation of this project has been very encouraging. In fact, the last week I was in Kerala, where 2 districts have implemented this project, and they are getting more than 20,000 transactions per month. And these transactions are happening through the CSCs or the Akshaya centers in Kerala. The e-district project is implemented in a centralized architecture model, in the sense that there is one software application and one database for all the services, which is hosted in the state data center. Various field offices communicate and share information and data by using the wide area network. And citizens access these services through the common service centers, in the case of Gujarat, the e-Gram centers. So what happens is that for any service request, a citizen does not have to go to the government office. He can make the application from the CSC, nearest CSC, in his place of residence. The application goes to the state data center. The state service delivery gateway routes this application to the right field office, and it reaches the field office on the same day of the application is filed. And then in the field office, if a verification is to be done, if a field verification is to be done for an address proof or income proof or caste proof, then that field verification is done by the revenue functionary. And once that is done, the data is uploaded on the system. And then this service is delivered electronically to the citizen at the CSC from where he has applied or any other CSC where he can go and access the service. So this in effect eliminates the requirement of any intermediary which is very often required for accessing a public service and which brings in all the inefficiencies and corruption and other issues in governance. So as I mentioned, in April this year, the government has approved this project to be implemented in all the 641 districts. We are in the process of getting the DPRs from all the states, which are being appraised and funds are being released to all the states. And it's expected that within 2 months, within 2 years, this project will be implemented across the country. The project provides for a funding support of 2 years of implementation and 2 years of support. And it also focuses on a very key, I don't know whether if any district collectors or any field functionaries are present here in the audience, but it requires a very high level of involvement of the district collectors in implementing the project. Because since the field offices will be automated, so the software application and the IT infrastructure, the networking, the computers and all is one part of the project. But the most critical part of the project, which has been experienced in the implementation of the pilot e-district project, has been the training and the change management which has been required at the field level. Because all functionaries will be signing the documents by using the digital signatures. So very often in the pilot states, whether it was UP or whether it was Assam, what we found was that a great effort was required in training the functionaries, whether it was the Tahsildars or Naib Tahsildars or functionaries who actually sign the documents, so that they are able to sign documents digitally. And second, to have this mindset change that you can actually deliver a service without a citizen coming to your office. So a lot of effort had gone into that. So those states in which this will be implemented as afresh, those who are not part of the pilot, this effort will be required. Of course, Gujarat will have a head start because you are already doing ATVT and your Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad has already initiated several such services electronically. But other states will face a challenge, and when we are designing that, we are fully conscious of that, and a lot of effort is going into this training, change management aspects, along with the process re-engineering, because it's not that once a service is being delivered electronically, we are just not automating it. We are trying to ensure that efficiencies come in by use of ICT, and the service levels, the time required for a citizen to access that service actually comes down. So this was in brief.
Mr. Singh, 1/4 of a second, please.
Yeah, I was knowing that was coming, so I was just about to say thank you, and I would be more privileged to listen to other speakers. Thank you.